This may be the most heartbreaking thing that you see today, but you really need to hear it. Watch this.
I was well into an early puberty, and I was very uncomfortable with the changes that were happening to my body. I was intimidated by male attention, and when I told my parents that I felt like a boy, in retrospect, all I meant was that I hated puberty, that I wanted this newfound sexual attention to go away, that I looked up to my brothers a little bit more than I did to my sisters. I came out as transgender in a letter I sent on the dining room table. My parents were immediately concerned. They felt like they needed to get outside help from medical professionals, but this proved to be a mistake. It immediately set our entire family down a path of ideologically motivated deceit and coercion. The gender specialist I was taken to see told my parents that I needed to be put on puberty-blocking drugs right away. They asked my parents a simple question: would you rather have a dead daughter or a living transgender son? The choice was enough for my parents to let their guard down, and in retrospect, I can't blame them. This was the moment that we all became victims of so-called gender-affirming care. I was fast-tracked onto puberty blockers and then testosterone. The resulting menopausal-like hot flashes made focusing on school impossible. I still get joint pains and weird pops in my back, but they were far worse when I was on the blockers. A month later, when I was 13, I had my first testosterone injection. It's caused permanent changes to my body. My voice will forever be deeper, my jawline sharper, my nose longer, my bone structure permanently masculinized, my Adam's apple more prominent, my fertility unknown. I look in the mirror sometimes and I feel like a monster. I had a double mastectomy at 15. They tested my amputated breast for cancer. And I was cancer-free, of course. I was perfectly healthy. There was nothing wrong with my still developing body or my breasts, other than that, as an insecure teenage girl, I felt awkward about it. After my breasts were taken away from me, the tissue was incinerated. Before I was able to legally drive, I had a huge part of my future womanhood taken from me. I will never be able to breastfeed. I struggle to look at myself in the mirror at times. I still struggle to this day with sexual dysfunction. And I have massive scars across my chest, and the skin grafts that they took of my nipples are weeping fluid today, and they were grafted into a more masculine positioning, they said. After surgery, my grades in school plummeted. Everything that I went through did nothing to address my underlying mental health issues that I had. And my doctors, with their theories on gender, thought that all my problems would go away as soon as I was surgically transformed into something that vaguely resembled a boy. Their theories were wrong. The drugs and surgeries changed my body, but they did not and could not change the basic reality that I am and forever will be a female. When my specialist first told my parents that they could have a dead daughter or a live transgender son, I wasn't suicidal. I was a happy child who struggled because she was different. However, at 16, after my surgery, I did become suicidal. I'm doing better now, but my parents almost got the dead daughter promised to them by my doctors.
As a mom, my heart just broke for this girl and her family. What they went through, what she's still going through, is just completely heartbreaking. But as I heard her story, I thought about my story. I grew up with all boys. And how I played and just what I did on a daily basis was always surrounded by how boys behaved. I remember being called a tomboy, growing up. And I remember feeling awkward trying to make friends with other girls, but felt kind of awkward only because I was just more comfortable around boys because I had brothers who were boys. I didn't have any sisters. But I soon grew out of that. I made friends with girls. I struggled going through puberty as well. Everyone does. When your body changes, everyone struggles, like, what's going on? And she's right. The industry today, government today, the doctors today have made this a money-making business to take young children who say they feel whatever, not right in their bodies, and just take that as a quick, let's transform them. Instead of going into giving them to the proper therapy, not the therapy that's designed to lead them into surgeries like this girl was. Sadly, I doubt her testimony today will make any changes, will awaken anyone that what they're doing to our children is wrong. Sadly, I doubt it, because the money people are making with this is far greater than what they even feel about our children. Ridiculous.